it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I just had to remember which one was where.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. And we are gathering, still coming in. So as we get started, I just wanted to share a few words. This evening is Sisterhood Shabbat or WRJ Shabbat, Women of Reformed Judaism here at TKE. And the theme is Empowered Women Empower Women. So the idea is that when you are empowered, you share that. And throughout the evening, we're going to have some of our empowered women share some remarks and some words from other women in our history. And I'd like to start us off with a quote from Ruth Bader Ginsburg. There is a sense that time is precious, and you should enjoy and thrive in what you are doing to the hilt. And with these words, it is now time for us to celebrate Shabbat together. So let us be present for Shabbat, and let us enjoy our time together. And we are now going to start our time on page 10 with Hine Matov. And those of you that are here and who might be watching from home, please join us.
Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevenachim, Gam Yachad. 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 How good it is,
How good it is.
how sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
Be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevenachim, Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevenachim, Gam Yachad. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it
To
is.
be together on this day. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevenachim, Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevenachim, Gam Yachad.
Okay, thank you. We are now going to light some candles for Shabbat, and I'd like to call forward those that are new members with us this evening. So if this is your first year as a paid member to WRJ here at TKE, and those that might also be in new leadership positions. This is their first year in a leadership role with WRJ. Any level, come on up.
Hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless mercy and peace. So hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen.
And we continue on page 2. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Baruch
Shabbat shalom.
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
In a moment, we're going to be moving on to the Lachadodi, which will start on page 20. And before we go there, I do have a reading here. Is Rabbi Gottfried here? What is the name of this reading from? There you go, Marsha Fox, Book of Blessings. And I think Elise Schaefer, maybe? Oh. It happens. Do I have a volunteer to either? Okay, one moment. We're going to be greeting Elise as she helps us greet the Sabbath bride.
Yeah, that would really freak her out.
Yeah.
We can all stand and face her as she comes in.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I guess we could do that. We could have her.
But
Yep.
we're doing a different version which won't have that part in it, but I think we should stand and face her anyway when she does come in. Because tonight we're trying to do all music by women composers.
So we're going to start on page 20.
Here she
Yep,
is.
here she is.
We're just teasing you, Elise.
No, we appreciate you. I know. Hey, you know what? Empowered women are busy women. So.
Okay. That's my excuse for right now.
Is this on? Wait. Okay.
All right. Greeting of the Sabbath bride. Let us go, friends, to greet the bride. Let us welcome the Sabbath. Let us go, friends, to greet the bride. Let us welcome the Sabbath. Let us go out to greet the Sabbath, for she is the source of blessing. From the very beginning, spread above us, the last thing created, but the first thing conceived. Awake, awake, your light is coming. Rise and share your light. Arise, arise, sing a song. Shekinah, radiance is revealed in you. Do not be embarrassed or ashamed. Why are you saddened? Why do you sigh? You are a shelter for the poor of my people, and Jerusalem will be rebuilt on its hills. Come in peace, crown of Shekinah, in joy and in rejoice, among the faithful of those held dear. Come, bride, come, bride.
Yasher Koach. Thank you. And now we are going to continue with the Lachadodi on page 20.
Lechadodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela
Thank you. And now we're going to turn to page 26 and rise for the Reader's Kaddish.
Eat Gadol, Eat Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, B'yom Adivrach Hirutei, B'yom Lich Malchutei, B'chayechon V'yomechon, Uv'chayede Kol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, Ba'agala, Uv'izman Kahariv, V'miru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Le'olmaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitale, V'yitalol, Shemei L'Kodesh Abrihu. Le'olomim kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damin ran v'yalma, v'miru, Amen.
And we continue together standing on page 28 with the Baruch.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayers? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
And we now continue on page 34 with the Shema, and then we'll be seated for Debbie Friedman's version of And Thou Shalt Love.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in thy heart, shall be in thy heart. Thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, when thou risest up, when thou risest up. Thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. Thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates. That ye shall remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
So this evening we are honoring women who have stood up, who have shown us their strength through examples, lots of Debbie Friedman music. And the Via Hafta talks about generation to generation. It's the core of how we teach the loving goodness of family from generation to generation. And I'm going to be calling Evie Ekber up here. I just saw her. There she is. For a very quick, short reading. So I do thank you for this. And it's from Anne Frank. And I thought it was very sweet at what she says. And she's such an example to us, even from such a young age. Thank you.
Tonight we honor Jewish women who have empowered us through words and action over the years. As Anne Frank once said, how wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Neither she nor Miriam, the prophetess, wasted their time with us. Miriam and the women gathered on the far side of the sea to celebrate freedom and redemption. WRJ at TKE does not wait either. Debbie Gaynor will be sharing more about WRJ in action later this evening. Please join in the song and dance with Miriam's song.
Thank you. So if you'd like to celebrate all of the women and celebrate your own empowerment, please join us in song and dance as we do Miriam and the Women.
Page 342, if you need
Page
the words.
342.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing the song, the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance all night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove which wonders sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit as she danced towards the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We just left through a miracle,
We're going to dance
tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance all night long.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Lots,
Love it.
Wow. Lots of ruach. What page is that? 44. All right, well, let you get your breath because we're getting ready to do maybe Henry's favorite part of the service. Vishamru, page 44.
Well, if it was a woman that had written that version,
we're doing a different
but it's
version
not.
this time.
We're doing a woman's version.
Okay. Page 44.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. Asut et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam. Ve'eritzonam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. Asut et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam. Ve'eritzonam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti
Allows us to recover a little from that lots of ruach. You know, I had not heard that version before, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a nice transition right into, we're going into the core part of the service, the Amidah. And we'll be turning to page 46. And we'll be starting with the traditional tune. So if everyone would like to rise.
Adonai sifatai tiftaku fia gitahilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elokei avotenu v'imotenu. Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzhak, V'Elokei Yaakov, Elokei Sarah, Elokei Rivka, Elokei Rachel, V'Elokei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Chanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'zocher hasei avot v'imachot, u'mevii geulah lifnei v'nechem, leman shemo b'yakava, melech otzir Moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atarav V'Koshiach, Mashiv HaRuach Marit HaGeshem, Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechaye HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekahaye Memunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'agivurot, Umidomelach, Melech Me'mit, Umekahaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nemanatav l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol.
Maybe seated.
Atah kadosh, Ishimcha kadosh,
Page 52.
Ukdoshim ekol yom, Ya'alelu ha'selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh, you are holy, and your name is holy. Those who strive to be holy, declare your glory day by day. Blessed is our God, blessed is the one, the world ablaze with splendor. Atah kadosh, Mishimcha kadosh, Ukdoshim ekol yom, Ya'alelu ha'selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
And it's at this time where we offer some quiet for your own personal reflection.
Say shalom, Imromav, Uyase shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom bim ramah, say shalom, Aleinu. say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimrama, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
In a moment, we will be reciting the Mishaberach, or singing the Mishaberach, to be found on page 253. And we're going to do this after. Yep. And we'll be afterwards, we'll be doing a prayer for peace in Israel, and that will be on your blue card. So Rabbi is going to share the names with us.
As I've said in the past, there are many names on the list. There are some names that came off the list because people got well, so that's always a good thing. But we're keeping in mind all of the folks that are here and connected to us at TKE who are in need of healing. Harvey Adelsky, Sherry Alexander, Gary Atkins, Richard Barker, Betty Berlin, Lynn Birmingham, Raven Chong, Ray Clark, Bruce Cohen, Isidore Cohen, Mary Davis, Stephen Despens, Caleb Dressen, Claire DeVoskin, Mitch Earl, Alan Eisen, Carrie Ehrlich, Kim Fine, Aaron and Roz Feingold, Kathleen Furch, Dr. Bruce Fox, Bobby Fredrickson, Lauren Friedman, Max Gans, Tom Gorgon, Jerome Gwynn, George Campbell Hamilton, Ed Harris, Frederick Herman, Braden Hink, Helene Holtzman, Blake Hull, Laura Jacoby, John Jenkins, Linda Jenkins, Shannon Jenkins, Al Justin, Lila Kamener, Jackie Capstein, Tom Cateron, Marilyn Krasnov, Ronnie Lang, Cindy Levine, Ken Levy, Marcia Levy, Dorothy London, Bob Lucisano, Asa Luo, Liz Lyman, Lisa Macklin, Roberto Merbisher, Arnold Meyer, Stuart Miller, Jeff Mitchell, Phyllis Mix, Lowell Morrow, Shayna Batmoshe, Greg Mosher, Mark Newerman, Arthur Newman, Joyce Newman, Karen Parker, Lynn Prisant, Kathy Rasnick, David Rechtman, Marjorie Romes, Deborah Rowan, Peyton Rowland, Norman Rosenblatt, Sherry Rosenblum, Barry Savage, Patty Savage, Brian Schneider, Eric Schuster, Jillian Sekulis, Lee Sexton, Nancy Shallett, Peggy Sharp, Judith Siegel, Carter Silk, George Silver, Nicole Aronson Silverman, Dee Singer, Debbie Singerman, David Skolny, Artie Slutzer, Robin Weinstein, Dr. Walter Wolf, Faye Yeager, Yarden Meir Ben Yitzchak, Paul Zale, Akiva Eliyahu Ben Miriam, Aharon Ben Yocheved, Vilea Bat Mendel. If you have a name of someone who's not on the list that you are praying for, please say that name into the space now.
Evil let us say, Amen. We ship Aaron, Imotenu, Dekor Habraha, Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing, with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Speedy and full recovery to all those who are ill. And just before Lisa is going to do a reading, before we say the prayer for peace in Israel during wartime, I just wanted to let you all know, some of you I will see tomorrow morning. On Saturday mornings, on Shabbat mornings, we dedicate our Torah study learning to all of those IDF soldiers and reservists who are on active duty now in Israel. And we also have a list of those names. So if you have anyone that is connected to you or your family in Israel who is serving in the IDF right now, you can give me those names, send them to me, text them to me, write them on a sticky note, hand them to me on your way into the Oneg, and we'll add them to tomorrow's list. Thanks.
Thank you. So even before October 7th happened, one of the key women I always looked to was Golda Meir. And we were this was the 50th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War. And while I was pulling these things together, I found this quote, at least it's been attributed to her. We all know how research and internet work these days. It sounds like her, so I'd like to think that. We owe a responsibility not only to those who are in Israel, but also those generations that are no more. To those millions who have died within our lifetime, to Jews all over the world, and to generations of Jews to come. We hate war. We do not rejoice in victories. We rejoice when a new crop is grown and when new strawberries bloom in Israel. Please join me on your blue paper, on your blue card. Rock and Redeemer of the people Israel, guardian of the covenant, bless and protect the state of Israel and all of her land, liberty, justice, and peace, and is conceived by the prophets of Israel. Open the hearts and minds and lead the leaders in action, her sons and her daughters, to guide them in the paths of peace and justice, with truth, strength, and wisdom. Strengthen the hands of those who defend and protect our holy land, and crown their efforts with success, that they may establish your reign of righteousness, free from all frailty and fear. May the work of the hands of the in the words of your prophets to be fulfilled, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they learn war no more. Amen. So much in those last few words. For those of you that I haven't met yet, I'm Lisa Sandler. I am a educator in the religious school. I work in software during the week, and I've been empowered because I have a beautiful role model, my mother, who is with us this evening and is a new member this year, so yay. And those of you that I traveled with this summer know about the story about my tallis. This is one of two that I've bought in Israel. The first one was Miriam's tallis, and she was dancing at the sea, and it was very beautiful. And this one is actually Women of the Wall. There's a specific pattern And on each of the four corners, it has our matriarchs. So it was Miriam or Women of the Wall. And given where we are right now in the state of Israel, I needed to wrap myself in our women and our connections to Israel there. And the other piece that spoke to me just this evening with the prayer for Israel is beating our swords into plowshares. And we were so blessed on our trip this summer and so inspired. I remember someone had indicated it was an inspirational trip to visit the Kibbutz Keren Shalom. And those of you that are keeping up with what's going on, Keren Shalom is right down in the corner where Gaza, Israel, and Egypt all come together. And why did we go there, so far down in the south? We met an artist. His name is Bob Yaron. I feel like someone knows. Yaron Bob, sorry. The other way around. And we have a few people wearing his jewelry. He takes the iron and the materials from the Ketushim, the rockets that are coming from our enemies, and he converts them into beautiful, beautiful works of art. And then he also takes the very light and bright metal, I think it's aluminum, if I remember correctly, of the Iron Dome missiles, and he creates art with it. And I have a mezuzah on my house. So as a mezuzah is a spiritual protection. And that piece of metal at one point protected our people, our family. And so a couple of pieces just like really rang true to me this evening and spoke out to me, and I wanted to share that with you before I go into the Devar. So those of you that are Friends fans know of the tragic passing of pop celebrity. He's not Jewish, but those of you that are Friends fans may know a little bit about this title. The title is The One Where Sarah Laughed, right? So the title's The One Where, right, okay. So this week's Parsha is about Sarah. She essentially, within the Parsha, when she finds that she is going to be a mother at a very advanced age, we learn that she's close to 190, she's up there. And she's always wanted to be a mother. And she finds out she's going to be a mother, and she laughs. And what does God say? God says, you doubt me? You doubt my miracle? You doubt I could do that? Well, what if it wasn't her doubting God, but her own doubt in herself? How many of you have had someone say, this is going to happen, and you're like, yeah, right. Right? I'm not the only one here. Okay. So let's pause for a moment. And if it is that she doubts herself, that question then comes up and reminds me of an internal monologue that I like to believe more than a few of you might also have here in the room. And it's, can I really do it? Can I live up to this expectation? When you're 16 or 18, you first get a driver's license, you first get freedom. Can I do this? Can I be safe? Can I be a responsible adult? I remember the moment I bought a house, I thought, I just bought a house? Can I do that? I mean, I was 40 years old and I bought my first house, which I'm not like I wasn't 20 years old with a first job. I was an established adult. And I thought, I got to keep up with this. How can I do all of this? This is too much. When we get a job or a promotion or somebody gives you a compliment, how can I live up to that expectation? So we have these doubts. And maybe we need to flip the script and stop the internal dialogue that says, you can't do it. You're not good enough. That's not going to come to fruition. You can set that goal, you're never going to meet it. And what would your script be to your best friend, to the person that you believed in, to that next generation? And that's what it means to be empowering. And that's what it means to build up others. So why are we not building ourselves up the same way? Why do we not give ourselves the same pep talk and the same words of encouragement we would share with our child, with our spouse, with our best friend, with the person that you're mentoring? So when we doubt ourselves, let's remember to flip the script and lift yourself up as much as you lift and empower someone else. So I'd like to thank each of you for continuing to empower me and empower each other. And really, I'd like to thank Lisa Malice, who is such an encouragement. She asked me, must have been mid-June, July, hey, would you like to do this for Sisterhood Shabbat? It's in November. Yeah, sure, I guess. Sounds good. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And then summer winded down, and then we have the holidays, and I had work obligations take me away more than I had expected. And then October 7th happened. And it just seems like life gets out. We just lose track of time dealing with everything else we're doing. She's such an encouragement and a blessing. And she says, I'll help you. I got this. We're going to make it happen. It's going to be beautiful. And so thank you so much, Lisa, for everything. And our fearless leader, Debbie Gaynor, I believe now I'm empowering you to share a few words about what we do here with WRJ TKE.
Good evening and good Shabbos. As you know, my name, she introduced me as Debbie. I am the president of Temple Kol Emeth's Women of Reform Judaism, which I am going to refer as WRJ. First, I would like to thank Lisa Sandler, who chaired tonight's event, Lisa Malice, VP of Ritual, the rest of the committee members for making this a empowering evening, and also an inspirational service and delicious Sabbath dinner. Also, thank you to Rabbi Gottfried, Blake, Rachel, the individual readers, and the beautiful voices in song that contributed to tonight's service. The evening will continue with an oneg following services, and please everyone join us. So I got assigned what most people would call the necessary yet somewhat boring part of the service, where I get to, speak about WRJ and all the reasons why you should join. Personally, I quite dread listening to people rambling on and on and on about passions or interests which really aren't pertinent to me. So I thought it would be a great idea if I could come up with an engaging presentation to keep your attention. Like maybe put on a hat and a costume like Vivian, sing a song, do a skit. But then this tiny voice in my head said, Debbie, you just aren't that creative. So maybe in my next life, and this is what you got. Amazing things happen when women come together, especially Jewish women. Many of us are seeking to fulfill the basic need for relationships with other women and the need to be part of something greater than ourselves. Joining TKE Sisterhood is a great start. You might be asking yourself, but is WRJ really for me? My response is yes, and WRJ is really for you. Everyone's participation in WRJ allows WRJ to continue to thrive and evolve. WRJ is a place to instill Jewish identity, learning, and leadership, a place to empower ourselves. Should have really read your stuff before I did this. A place to make new friendships and deepen your connection to TKE. WRJ promotes involvement in our community with social action events. There is no limit to what WRJ can do with your support. So here comes the part where I share a few things of what Temple Kol Emeth's Women of Reformed Judaism accomplishes. Kind of looking around here, though, I think I'm, speaking to the choir. But WRJ supports TKE by providing volunteers, raising money, and sponsoring TKE events. A few examples are providing Rosh Hashanah oneg, apples and honey after Rosh Hashanah services, contributing to TKE's fundraising campaigns, supporting social and religious events for all ages, which includes Kefti, our youth group, and the religious school. WRJ supports the community by donating funds, volunteering, collecting food and needed items. A few of the organizations we support are Give a Gobble, Habitat for Humanity, the Zabin Shelter. We sponsor Shoo Shoo Train, which collects gently used shoes for school-age children, and Spring Bling, which also collects gently used jewelry so that children can give their parent a Mother's Day gift. WRJ promotes leadership through friendship, education, service, and social events. This includes programming such as Passover Seder, the WRJ Shabbat, such as tonight. We offer Jewish learning to include Rosh Chodesh celebration, the new moon holiday given to women, and we get together to discuss the quarterly Lilith magazine, which is a feminist nonprofit publication with current events and controversial topics. Most important, WRJ, we have fun. We have social events, dances, dinners, outings, art projects, game nights, which include Mahjong, Rummy Cube, and Co-Ed Bunko. There is so much more we do, but you're all in luck. I had a time limit. So to discover our upcoming events in our weekly Tekiah, or you can actually, to discover our upcoming events, you can look at the weekly Tekiah, go on the TKE website, or just do not hesitate to reach out to me with any questions. Just to let you know, our next big event is a joint event with Men's Club. It's going to be a Laka making contest on December 9th. So that will be going out soon, and everyone is welcome to join either as a contestant or a participant. So I look forward to meeting you and discovering what is meaningful to you as WRJ continues to grow and meet the needs of our community. If you would like to join WRJ, you can, there's papers out there with a little QR code. You can click on there and join, or go to the the Temple Kol Emeth website, or see any one of us wearing a WRJ name tag. So I'd like to ask if anyone here is on the WRJ board or committee chair to please rise. Come on, I'm looking at you. You're a chair, Lisa. I want to personally thank all of you for your support. And these are the people that you could be glad to speak to you at the ONIG about WRJ. Good evening and good Shabbos.
Okay, wow. A lot. So we are close to the wrapping things up. And we are now going to do the Eleno, which is close to wrapping things up. Page 282.
Please rise.
Oh, thank you.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latei kedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asonager yeharatzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam kalkenu kachem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz vayom hahu Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad.
I now call forward Jody Roberts. Oh, you may be seated. Jody, would you like to join us up here? And she's going to read from page 291 from Chana Senish, and then share some of the names in remembrance.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We observe yahrzeit this week for Shelley Agan, Rhoda Pessis-Boardman, Linda Brenowitz, Rose Cohen, Robert Cotton, Eddie Christ, Polly Christ, Beatrice Garton, Seymour Goldshine, Belle Kaminer, Milton Light, Albert Moskowitz, Donald Newman, Jerry Peretz, Murray Rosen, Louis Sharp, Sarah Stechow, Ida Sturman, Merrill Sturman, Julius Ullman, William Wexler, Edith Mae Wilson. And more recently, Clyde Teasley, Emily Jane Edelstein, Jeffrey Bruce Sybin, Gordon Goldsmith, Hartley Stephen Spat, David Benowitz, Josh Yellen, Leon Rechtman, Robert Shaw, Roger Despins, Ilan David Massery, Betty Besser, Marlene Kaplan, Edith Eckber, Jay Anthony, Marcia Kurtz, Bernice Bunny Meyer, Melody Hudgens, Philip Kaufman, Jessica Berkeley, Eva Rostein, David Bemis, Harry Menninger, Bridget Payon, Dennis Lebo, Sandy Fay, Stephen Eckber, Ellen Marcia Katz, Sydney Schneider, Melvin Kiner, Francis Reef, and Sandra Slitza. Please rise and join us for Mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah,
Amen.
v'alma divrach hirute, v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon, u'chaye de kol beit Yisrael, v'gala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah v'rach le'olam u'le'om aya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemedu kudusha barichu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiram v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlam araba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mermav, uya aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen.
Thank you. And thanks to Lori and Nan. Are you going to be joining her? We have a special, I've heard it called the WRJ anthem. I've heard it described as a lot of different things. So let me get the, so you should all have papers in front of you. It's Limdu Heitiv. And hi, Viv. Welcome. Let me just, wait 1 second. Let me turn this around. In front of Lori? Okay. A little bit of, we need some stage hands. So, is it going in? There we go.
Mother's love and mother's hope,
Mother shaped the world we know, Mama. Ima, Mama.
Mother's worry, mother's feel, mothers know too well what's real, Mama.
Ima, Mama.
And these are the things our mothers teach us. Lindu, Hetev, Dirshu, Mishpat, Ashru, Chamot, Shivtu, Yatom, Rivu, Amanah. Sisters laugh and sisters cry, sisters stand by and by, sister, oh my sister. Sisters know you, sister says, sister keep your precious secret, sister, oh my sister. And these are the things our sisters teach us. Lindu, Hetev, Dirshu, Mishpat, Ashru, Chamot, Shivtu, Yatom, Rivu, Amanah. Amen. Daughters wonder, daughters share, daughters make the whole world care, daughter, precious daughter. Daughters push us, daughters sigh, daughters make us ask God why, daughter, precious daughter. And these are the things our daughters teach us. Lindu, Hetev, Dirshu, Mishpat, Ashru, Chamot, Shivtu, Yatom, Rivu, Amanah. Amen. Mother's love and mother's hold, sisters shape the world we know. Isha, Eshet Chayil. Daughters wonder, daughters share, women make the whole world care. Isha, Eshet Chayil. And these are the things we women teach. Lindu, Hetev, Dirshu, Mishpat, Ashru, Chamot, Shivtu, Yatom, Rivu, Amanah. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Shikar.
Yasher Koach. Oh my goodness, that was, I hadn't heard that before, so definitely new for me. It was very pretty. Do we have announcements?
Of course.
Sandy, come on up. Let's see if I can get this one out. There we go. You're welcome.
And Yasher Koach. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you to our women of Reform Judaism for leading our Shabbat service tonight. Very well done. Did you know that tonight is also Federation Shabbat? Congregations across Atlanta are highlighting the work that the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta is doing. particularly in light of the attack on Israel on October 7th. At TKE, in the last year, Atlanta Federation has supported us by providing camp scholarships for more than 10 congregants and enabling our Shinshin, our Israeli ambassador, to attend regular programs with our youth. We thank them for their support and hope that you, our members, continue to support the Federation when asked. The congregation is invited to participate in a learning session entitled Understanding the War in Israel with Professor Edward Queen from Emory University this Sunday, November 5th at 10:30 a.m. in the social hall and on Zoom. Registration is required for all attendees, whether in person or on Zoom, so please register now. Following the learning session at 1 p.m., TKE's Men Club invites the congregation to a presentation on the ins and outs of Medicare, including the pros and cons of different plans and when to not enroll in Medicare. The 19th annual Ecumenical Thanksgiving celebration is on Thursday, November 16th. Courageous connections with members of more than 25 area congregations. Registration is required for this year's celebration. You can find the link and other details on our homepage. Please check out kolemeth.net and read the Tekiah on Tuesday mornings to learn more about these activities and everything else going on. Please join us in the social hall for oneg with treats provided by WRJ following services. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Sandy. Shabbat Shalom.
Please rise for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. Please join us in the social hall. We have some challah.
Good Shabbos, and please
Good
return your
Shabbos.
books back to the cradle.
Wasn't on the script.
Oh.
Is this off?
Uh-oh, Rachel.
Sorry, I have a big mouth. I just want to thank Lisa. I have a big mouth. I'm just using this anyway. I just want to thank Lisa, who rose to the occasion. She needed me not to be empowered. She's amazing. And thank you all. She's wonderful. Oh,